Pleasant morning to my dear lovable students. Welcome to Max class. In this conversation, we are going to discuss about only one remaining example, that is important 5 mark questions. Then continuation of exercise 2.8. Okay. What is the question? Example 2.36. Suppose Z1, Z2 and Z3 are the vertices of an equilateral triangle inscribed in a circle. So, inscribed in a circle. First condition given clearly, modulus of z is equal to 2 means radius value will be true, isn't it? That is also I will prove how to getting the value of true. Now, the z1 first condition is clearly given, z1 1 plus I root 3. So, see 1 plus I root 3 means x also positive, y also positive. So, both will be positive means we can sure it lies on first quadrant, isn't it? So, this is considered for, because radius will be 2, no. This is 1 and 2 means, so 1 comma, this is we can say what is the coordinate point, 1 comma root 3. 1 comma root 3 means approximately this is 1 comma root 3, okay. Now, I will prove it, okay, how to getting the value of radius and utilizing the value 1 plus I root 3. Solution, Z1 is equal to 1 plus I root 3. This is how to convert with the basic complex term actually, r into cos theta plus I sin theta. Now, first we need to find out the r. R means x is equal to 1, y is equal to root 3. So, r is equal to square root of x square plus y square. So, x square plus y square means 1 plus root 3 the whole square, again square root of 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. Therefore, r value will be true. See, radius will be true. First condition is clear. Then we will move on to find out the theta. Theta means alpha is equal to tan inverse modulus of y by x. So, alpha is equal to tan inverse modulus of y is equal to value will be root 3. Its x value will be 1. Therefore, alpha is equal to tan inverse root 3. So, tan 60 means pi by 3. 60 means we can say pi by 3, isn't it? Therefore, alpha is equal to pi by 3. Now, we know the 4 quadrant lies on what will happen. So, first quadrant means theta is equal to alpha. Second quadrant means pi minus alpha. Third quadrant means minus alpha plus pi. So, second quadrant pi minus alpha means alpha minus pi lies on third quadrant. Fourth quadrant means opposite of first quadrant. Opposite of first quadrant means if theta is equal to alpha in first quadrant means fourth quadrant, so what did you say? Theta is equal to minus alpha. That's all. But here x and y both the term lies on first quadrant. So, 1 plus I root 3 lies on first quadrant. So, lies on first quadrant means definitely we can say theta is equal to alpha. So, theta is equal to alpha means theta value already we found alpha value pi by 3. Therefore, theta is equal to pi by 3. Now, just equating original condition. So, r value true, theta value pi by 3. Therefore, Z1 is equal to true into cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. Okay, first condition is clear. But we need to find out Z1 and Z2 also. So, Z1 and Z2, listen very carefully. If you make the equilateral triangle means definitely each side 60, isn't it? Each side 60. So, 60 means already we know pi by 3, isn't it? What is the meaning? What is the value of 60 means pi by 3. But inscribed a circle means, listen very carefully, inscribed a circle means this is dividing the 3 part means 360 divided by 3. So, 360 divided by 3 means 120. So, what is the meaning of 120 comparing with the equilateral triangle? Double of 60, isn't it? So, double of 60 means 60 already we know pi by 3. Therefore, double of 60 means we can show 120 means that is called true pi by 3. So, already we know 1 comma root 3, this is considered for Z1 means how, if you need to find out Z2 means Z1 will be move on, how much will be distance? So, 2 pi by 3. Therefore, just add with 2 pi by 3 with the Z1. So, therefore, how to find out the Z2? True as it is, because radius each and every part, this is called radius. This is constant given clearly, the true radius will be true. Then cos of add with 2 pi by 3. So, 2 pi by 3 plus pi by 3, again plus I sin pi by 3 plus 2 pi by 3. Therefore, Z true is equal to true of cos common denominator. Common denominator means just add the numerator. 2 pi plus pi means 3 pi. So 3 pi by 3 plus I sin 3 pi by 3. So 3 cancel, again 3 cancel. Then Z true is equal to true into cos pi plus I sin pi. Cos pi value will be minus 1, sin pi value will be 0. Therefore, Z true is equal to true of cos value minus 1, sin pi value will be I into 0. Now, if you remove the bracket means each and every term into 2. Into 2 means Z2 is equal to minus 2 only because imaginary term 0. So, we can write it because we need the coordinate point means minus 2 comma 0. So, look at there. This is considered for 2 comma 0 means just opposite will be considered minus 2 comma 0. Therefore, Z1 will be moved to up to 0 to up to 180. This is called Z2. What is the coordinate point? Minus 2 comma 0 is there. Minus 2 comma 0. Now, we need Z2 also clear. Then we need to find out Z3. Z3 means from Z1 to Z2 distance 2 pi by 3. Then will be move on Z3 also once again add with 2 pi by 3. So, 2 times you have to add 2 pi by 3 means 2 pi by 3 plus 2 pi by 3 means we can sure 4 pi by 3. Therefore, what will happen? So, Z2 is clear now. So, Z3 is equal to true of cos 4 pi by 3 plus 5 pi by 3 again plus I sin into 4 pi by 3 plus 5 pi by 3. Now, Z3 is equal to, so common denominator, so 4 pi plus 5 means 5 pi by 3 cos 5 pi by 3 plus I sin 5 pi by 3. So, how to expand 5 pi by 3? 5 pi by 3 means 6 pi minus 5 pi by 3, isn't it? 6 pi minus pi by 3. Therefore, 6 pi minus 5 is equal to 5. Therefore, if you separate means 6 pi by 3 minus 5 pi by 3. 6, 3 cancel means 2 times. So, okay. Therefore, 2 pi minus pi by 3, isn't it? 2 pi minus pi by 3. Therefore, Z3 is equal to 2 into cos 2 pi minus pi by 3 plus I sin 2 pi minus pi by 3. So, the quadrature 2 pi minus pi by 3 means what will happen? No need the circle. Quadrant means 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi, 4 pi, it's more, 2 pi minus. So, 2 pi minus means lies on fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant means all silver teacup means cos only positive. So, cos only positive but sign will be negative. Therefore, Z3 is equal to true of cos pi by 3 positive but sign negative now minus I sin pi by 3, isn't it? Now, Z3 is equal to 2 outside common cos pi by 3. Cos pi by 3 means, so 180 divided by 3 means 60, isn't it? So, cos 660 and sin 60 value. Cos 60 already I told you, just you have to check it in. Where you have to check it actually? Little side. Cos 60 means definitely we can say 1 by root 2. So, what is the value? 1 by root 2 positive as it is, but negative I sin 60 means you have to check it in your finger. Thumb side means value will be root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2. Again each and every time into 2 means Z3 is equal to 2 into 1 by 2 minus I 2 root 3 by 2. Again 2 to cancel means Z3 is equal to 1 minus I root 3. See, 1 minus I root 3 means what is the coordinate point? 1 comma minus root 3. So, this is 1 plus I root 3 means opposite term of 1 comma minus root 3. Okay, this is considered for Z3 means this is Z2, isn't it? So definitely it will be lies on here, isn't it? Now if you make it, I will show clearly. Listen. This is one circle. Now this is 1, this is 2 comma 0, means this is considered for positive root 3, means this is considered for negative root 3. Now this is called Z1, means this one called, just now we found Z3. So this is will be move on up to center, isn't it? So center of the point means, so just we have to join. See, this is called equilateral triangle now. Each and every side will be equal. This is our final term. Therefore, Z1 we found already given condition. Z1 is equal to coordinate point 1 comma root 3. Z3 we found 1 comma minus root 3. But Z2 already we know minus 2 comma 0. That's all. This is our final term. We have to show the drawing circle with triangle also, equilateral triangle also. Okay, half mark will be provided for the circle. Okay, so please listen, one of the important questions. Okay, do practice, definitely you will attempt such a type of questions. Okay, I will continue the last exercise 2.8. So exercise 2.8, question number 2. Already I have done question number 1 in last class. Moving to question number 2, show that root 3 by 2 plus I by 2 the whole power of 5. So instead of plus there is minus here. So both the term will be equal to minus root 3. We have to show. Okay. First I will consider the positive term. Solution root 3 by 2 plus I by 2 is equal to, without square root what will happen? Okay. So basic form r into cos theta plus I sin theta. So how to find out the r? So theta x value root 3 by 2, y value 1 by 2. So r is equal to square root of x square plus y square. So r is equal to x square means root 3 by 2 the whole square plus y square means 1 by 2 the whole square. So again r is equal to root 3 by 2 the whole square means 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4. So again r is equal to common denominator 4, 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. So 4 cancel, therefore r value will be 1. Then we need to find out the theta, isn't it? So alpha is equal to tan inverse modulus of y by x. So alpha is equal to tan inverse, y is equal to value 1 by 2. X value root 3 by 2. So 2 cancel. Therefore, alpha is equal to tan inverse 1 by root 3. So 1 by root 3 means, so 1 by root 3. So pi by 6, isn't it? Therefore, alpha value pi by 6, because tan 30 pi by 6. So now alpha is equal to pi by 6 means, already we know x also positive, y also positive. So both the term will be positive, means it lies on first quadrant. So root 3 by 2 plus I by 2 lies on first quadrant. So first quadrant means theta is equal to alpha. So theta is equal to alpha means theta is equal to pi by 6. So the condition first one, root 3 by 2 plus I by 2 is equal to, r value we found 1, so no need to write, but theta value pi by 6. Therefore cos pi by 6 plus I sin pi by 6 plus I sin pi by 6. But condition, the first term the whole power of 5. If you make it the whole power of 5 means outside also the whole term of power 5. But according to the De Moivre's theorem, each and every term multiply into 5. Multiply into 5 means root 3 by 2 plus I by 2 the whole power of 5 is equal to cos 5 by 6 plus I sin 5 pi by 6. This is first term. But second term also we need, but second term instead of plus given minus. Okay, how to rearrange it? Simple. Okay, instead of plus we have to write it minus only. So root 3 by 2 minus I by 2 the whole term power pi is equal, 5 is equal to cos pi by 6 minus I sin phi pi by 6. So, this is considered for equation number 2. This is considered for equation number 1. So, according to the condition in left hand side, I add 1 and 2 means we will get it clear value, isn't it? So, add equation 1 and 2. What will happen? Root 3 by 2 plus I by 2 the whole power of 5, then plus root 3 by 2 minus I by 2 the whole power of 5. See, this is left hand side now, but we need in right hand side minus root 3, check it there. But here minus I sin pi by 6 plus I sin pi by 6 cancel, remaining cos pi by 6, here also cos pi by 6, the whole term, this 2 term will be equal to 2 cos phi pi by 6, isn't it? Now, so 2 cos phi pi by 6, phi pi by 6, it's move on, 6 pi minus pi by 6, separate means 6 pi by 6 minus pi by 6, 6 cancel, so pi minus pi by 6. So, 5 minus pi by 6 means 0 to pi. Pi minus means definitely lies on second quadrant. All silver teacup means sign only positive in second quadrant, but we have cos, isn't it? So, cos means what will happen? 2 cos pi minus pi by 6, isn't it? So, pi minus pi by 6 means we can write it minus 2 cos pi by 6 because negative, no, second quadrant. So, pi by 6, what is the value? Pi by 6 means cos 30, isn't it? So, cos 30 means definitely we can say root 3 by 2, isn't it? Therefore, minus 2 into root 3 by 2. So, 2 to cancel means minus root 3. This is our RHS, okay. Hence, proved, okay. So, 3 more questions, maybe I am moving to question number 3 from exercise 2.8. Question, find the value of 1 plus sin pi by 10 plus I cos pi by 10 divided by 1 plus sin pi by 10 minus I cos pi by 10, the whole power of 10. Okay, first solution, let Z is equal to sin pi by 10 plus I cos pi by 10. So, always when starting the complex term, imaginary term with sign, cos will be real, but here given question starting real term sin, imaginary term cos. So, just we have to rearrange it. So, when sin theta plus I cos theta means I take common outside. I take common outside means cos theta minus I sin theta. If you remove the bracket means we will get it left hand side value. I into cos theta means I cos theta. Again I into I square. I square value will be minus 1. Therefore, common minus, minus into minus plus sin theta. So, just how to rearrange it. So, Z is equal to, I take common outside means inside cos pi by 10 minus, isn't it? Minus I sin phi by 10. So, now if you take reciprocal, reciprocal means 1 by Z means Z to the power whole inverse. Z is equal to what is the value? I to the whole power of minus 1 cos phi by 10 minus I sin phi by 10 the whole power of minus 1. Now, what we have to do? I to the power minus 1 means value will be minus I. This is I will show how we are getting I to the power minus 1 is equal to minus I. So, I to the power minus 1 means 1 by I. What is the meaning of 1? I to the power 4 means value will be 1 divided by I. So, I power 4 cancel means 3 will come. So, I cube means I square into I. I square into I means I square value will be minus 1. So, minus 1 into I is equal to minus. That is why I written for instead of I to the power minus 1 is equal to minus I. Now, according to the De Moivre's theorem, minus into minus plus will come. So, cos pi by 10 plus I sin pi by 10. Now, minus each and every time into minus I means minus I cos phi by 10 plus into minus minus I into I square. I square means here plus will come, isn't it? Plus sin phi by 10. Now, starting with the positive sign means sin phi by 10 minus I cos phi by 10. After getting this is value of will be 1 by z, isn't it? Now I am writing the original question. Question actually 1 plus sin pi by 10 plus I cos pi by 10 divided by 1 plus sin pi by 10 minus I cos pi by 10 the whole power of 10 is equal to, this is we found, this is considered for z, but denominator minus sin pi by 10 minus I cos pi by 10 value will be 1 by z. Therefore 1 plus z divided by 1 plus 1 by z the whole power of 10. So numerator as it is 1 plus z, but denominator simplify 1 into z plus 1 by z. So z plus 1 plus z cancel, means the whole power of 10 is equal to z to the power the whole power of 10. So now z we have considered what is the value, sin pi by 10 plus I cos pi by 10. So now sin pi by 10 plus I cos pi by 10 the whole power of 10, isn't it? So if you rearrange, means starting with the cos means I take common outside, so I to the power the whole power of 10 cos pi by 10 minus I sin pi by 10, isn't it? Now already you know how to simplify to the power 10. 10 even number, just you have to check it, 10 divided by 4 more than 4 or less than 4. So actually less than 4, isn't it? If you take equal to 12 means show correct value. So more than less than means we can write it minus 1. So minus 1, the again cos pi by 10 plus I sin pi by 10. Sorry, the whole power 10, no? So according to the De Moivre's theorem, each and every term into 10. So cos 10 pi by 10 minus I sin 10 pi by 10. Again 10 10 cancel, here also 10 10 cancel. Therefore minus 1 into cos pi minus I sin pi. Already we know cos pi value will be minus 1, sin pi value will be 0. So minus 1 inside cos pi value minus 1, but sin pi value will be 0. Therefore each and every value into minus 1. So minus 1 means minus 1 into minus 1 positive 1. Second one consider, already we have imaginary term 0. 0 into anything means value will be 0. Therefore final answer equal to 1. Okay, that is our final. So I will continue the next example. Sorry, I will continue the next exercise, question number 4. Moving to question number 5 from exercise 2.8. Question, solve the equation z cube plus 27 is equal to 0. Solution, z cube plus 27 is equal to 0. So z cube is equal to plus 27, bring out opposite side means minus 27. So minus 27, how to split it? 27 into minus 1, we can write now. So now already we know minus 1 means minus 1 is equal to cos pi plus I sin pi. Already we know cos pi value will be minus 1, sin pi value will be 0. So minus 1 plus 0 is equal to minus 1. So instead of minus 1 we can write it cos pi plus I sin pi. So z cube is equal to 27 into cos pi plus I sin pi. Now how to split the 27? 3 cube, no? 3 into 3 into 3 is equal to 27. So z cube is equal to 3 cube cos pi plus I sin pi. So cube bring out opposite side means z is equal to 3 cube the whole power of 1 by 3 into cos pi plus I sin pi the whole power of 1 by 3. What is the general form? General term of polar form means just add with 2k pi, isn't it? So 3 3 cancel, therefore z is equal to 3 into cos 2k pi plus pi, then plus I sin into 2k pi plus pi the whole power of 1 by 3. So again z is equal to 3 into cos pi, take common outside means 2k plus 1 into pi plus I sin into 2k plus 1 into pi the whole power of 1 by 3. So when k is equal to 0, 1 and 2. So when k is equal to 0, 1, 2, the first one k is equal to 0 means what will happen? Z is equal to 3 into Instead of k, apply 0 means 2 into 0, 0. 0 plus 1 is equal to 1 will come. So cos, sorry my dear, according to the De Moivre's theorem, we didn't change, isn't it? First we have to change it. So how to rearrange? De Moivre's theorem, each and every time divided by 3. So divided by 3 means z is equal to 3 into cos 2k plus 1 into pi by 3 plus I sin into 2k plus 1 into pi by 3. So when k is equal to 0, 1 and 2. First one, k is equal to 0 means z is equal to outside 3 common, isn't it? 3 common, then cos 2 into 0 means 0. 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. 1 into pi by 3 means pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. Cos pi by 3. So cos pi by 3 means value will be 60. So cos 60 means, so little side definitely value will be 1 by 2. Sin 60 we have to check it thumb side, value will be root 3 by 2. Okay. Therefore z is equal to 3. Cos 60 means 1 by 2 plus sin 60 means root 3 by 2. Each and every time into 2 means, into 3 means z is equal to 3 by 2 plus I3 root 3 by 2. First one answer. Moving to when k is equal to 1, what will happen? So k is equal to 1, what will happen? 2 into 1, 2. 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. 3 pi by 3, isn't it? So z is equal to 3 outside cos 3 pi by 3 plus I sin 3 pi by 3. So 3 3 cancel, here also 3 3 cancel. Then z is equal to 3 into cos pi plus I sin pi. So cos pi, sin pi already we have taken for, value will be minus 1. So therefore z is equal to cos pi value will be minus 1, sin pi value will be 0. Therefore each and every time into 3 means z is equal to minus 3 when k is equal to 1. I am moving to when k is equal to 2. So when k is equal to 2, what will happen? Z is equal to 3 into 2 into 2, 4. 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. Cos 5 pi by 3 plus I sin 5 pi by 3. So now how to expand the value? 5 pi by 3 means 6 pi, no? 6 pi minus 5 by 3. 6 pi means 6 pi by 3 minus 5 pi 3. So 6 and 3 cancel means true. Therefore the answer will be 2 pi minus pi by 3. So now how to rearrange it? So z is equal to 3 into cos 2 pi minus pi by 3 plus I sin into 2 pi minus pi by 3. So the circle, according to the circle, 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi, but minus, again minus means fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant means all silver teacup, cos only positive, isn't it? So cos positive means z is equal to 3 into cos pi by 3, but sign will be negative, no? Minus I sin pi by 3. Already we know cos pi by 3 means we have to check it little side, sin theta means value you have to check it thumb side. So sin cos 60, what the answer? Sin 60. So cos 60 means 1 by 2, sin 60 means root 3 by 2. Therefore final answer 3 is equal to cos 60 value will be 1 by 2, sin 60 means value will be root 3 by 2. Again each and every time into 3 means 3 by 2 minus I root 3 by 2. Okay. So this is answer for question number 5. Okay, I am moving to next question from exercise 2.8. Moving to question number 6. If omega not equal to 1 is a cube root of unity, we have to show the final answer minus 1 first one, second one 1 minus 2 omega, third one 1 minus 2 omega square. So what will happen? Given condition z minus 1 the whole cube plus 8 is equal to 0. Then z minus 1 the whole cube plus 8 bring out opposite side means minus 8. Then z minus 1 the whole cube, we can write no, minus 8 into 1. So it's not affect the minus 8. So instead of 1 we have to write it, already we you know what is the value of 1? Cos 0 plus I sin 0. So 1 is equal to cos 0 plus I sin 0. Therefore, z minus 1 the whole cube is equal to minus 8 into cos 0 plus I sin 0. So, general term of polar form means add with 2k pi. Already 0 is it. So, 2k pi plus 0 means 2k pi only will come. Therefore, z minus 1 the whole cube. How to split the minus 8? Minus 2 the whole power cube. Then cos 2k pi plus I sin 2k pi. So, now cube bring out opposite side means z minus 1 is equal to minus 2 the whole cube, the whole power of 1 by 3. So, 3 cancel. Then cos 2k pi plus I sin 2k pi the whole power of 1 by 3. Again cube cancel. So, minus 1. So, first we have to step it clearly. Z minus 1 is equal to minus 2 only is there, isn't it? Minus 2 means according to the De Moivre's theorem each and every time divided by 3. So, divided by 3 means minus 2 cos 2k pi by 3 plus I sin 2k pi by 3. So, again minus 1 bring out opposite side means, so Z is equal to 1 minus 2 cos 2k pi plus I sin 2k pi, where k is equal to what is the value? K is equal to 0 comma 1 comma 2. So, when k is equal to 0 means, so k is equal to 0 means value will become minus 1. If it minus 1 means proof it's correct, value also should become okay minus 1. Listen very carefully. So, Z is equal to 1 minus 2. Instead of k we can apply 0 means 2k, 2 into 0 means 0, 0 into pi also 0. Therefore, cos 0 plus I sin 0. When I starting the first step, one is considered for cos 0 plus I sin 0. Therefore, instead of cos 0 plus sin 0, we can take it 1. So, Z is equal to 1 minus 2 into 1 means 1 minus 2. So, value will be minus 1. See, the first one we have proved. Okay. Moving to second condition. Second condition means when k is equal to 1. Second condition, when k is equal to 1, what will happen? Again Z is equal to 1 minus 2. So, k is equal to 1 means cos 2 pi, isn't it? Cos 2 pi plus I sin 2 pi, isn't it? So, cos 2 pi plus I sin 2 pi. Sorry my dear, that is actually 2k pi by 3, isn't it? Here also 2k pi by 3, because according to the De Moivre's theorem each and every term divided by 3. Okay. So, here also 2 pi by 3 plus I sin 2 pi by 3. Okay. So, 2k pi by 3 because the whole power of 1 by 3 no. So, this step is correct. Therefore, Z is equal to 1 minus 2. This is whole term considered for omega. So, you will get it clear idea why I have considered for this whole term omega means instead of omega if you apply means we need actually second proof 1 minus 2 omega. See, if you take it this whole term considered for omega means 1 minus 2 omega. If you get it more idea when I moving to when k is equal to 2. Listen, when this is second condition, when k is equal to 2 means Z is equal to 1 minus 2. Instead of k we can apply 2 means 2 into 2 4. So, 4 cos 4 pi by 3 plus I sin 4 pi by 3. If you have 2 pi by 3 means we can consider for omega. Here 4 pi is there. So, how to expand? Z is equal to 1 minus 2 cos of 4 pi means we can write 2 into 2 pi by 3 plus I sin 2 into 2 pi by 3. Pi by 3. Already we know the De Moivre's theorem. What is the meaning? Cos theta plus I sin theta the whole power n means cos n theta plus I sin n theta. Just reverse it. Reverse it means the common term take it outside of the power no. Here we have the common 2 is there. If we take outside of the power means what will happen? Z is equal to 1 minus 2 into cos 2 pi by 3 plus I sin 2 pi by 3, the whole square, outside of the power square. Already considered in second term, second condition when k is equal to 1 means consider for cos 2 pi by 3 plus I sin 2 pi by 3, consider for omega means if you consider this is omega means z is equal to 1 minus 2 omega square, because power square is there now. We need the third condition 1 minus 2 omega. That's why for this question I have considered for cos 2 pi by 3 plus I sin 2 pi by 3, consider for omega. Okay. So please listen. Therefore the final line, the roots are, first one minus 1, second one 1 minus 2 omega, third one 1 minus 2 omega square. That is our final answer. Okay. So sixth question also completed. I will move on next question from exercise 2.8.